I'm Kiran.
Hi, I'm Romana
Welcome to the Parent Culture.
on experiential parenting.
Great, Romana. So, there's been a question that's been sort of floating in my mind about what makes a happy child? What is one of the most important ingredients?
That's actually something that I feel we figure out along the way. And there are few things that have kind of struck me as to what can make my child happy. And of course, happy mums make happy, or happy parents make happy kids.
True. I also actually strongly believe that if parents are happy, and in particular the mom is happy, then definitely I think we can raise very happy children.
Absolutely. The key is happiness in general.
So, what makes you a happy mom?
So I think the first most important thing is accepting your role as a parent. You know, that's like a lot of people say, "Acha, once bachcha ho jayega, you'll become a parent all by itself," which is true. But also, man hi man mein, you have to accept the fact that now you're a mom.
That life has
You're
changed.
a parent, yes.
Not to fight that,
Not
but to
to fight
accept it and
Yes.
sort of live with it and internalize it and,
And
say, "Ki, I'm a
accepting
parent."
basically means there is an individual that's come into our house. Even though he or she is just a baby, he or she still has his own identity, his own personality, his own likes, his own dislikes. And accepting that fact that you're here just to help him, to raise him, not to control him or her, is what makes a lot of difference.
Somewhere I read something really beautiful and it stayed with me. I don't even remember who wrote it, where I read it. It was many years ago when I didn't have kids, and it said something like that as parents, you're given, the children that are born to you are basically souls that you're raising, and then you have to let them be what the soul was meant to be, and then let them fly so that
That's
they achieve the destination or the learning that they have to. So I feel that where my kids are concerned, that I'm like a guardian to that soul.
Exactly. That's that fact of accepting your role as a parent, we are trying to figure out, is what it is. We are not here to make, the whole thing is, मैं अपने सपने पूरे नहीं कर सका, so I'm going to do it through my child. No. We are not here to live our life through a child. We are here to help, guide, and basically help our child to live his life.
His destiny.
To
her
help him
destiny.
find his path and his destiny, which is
Whatever it may
very
be.
important. Absolutely.
And could be completely different from our life journey
And
or where
what
we want
we
to take
thought
our
and
kids.
expected. Absolutely.
So
That
we
is so
basically
true.
accept that it's not our child, but that we're guardians of the soul that we're nurturing, and the soul has to take its own journey.
Absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely.
So that's one part. The other part is I also find that I'm happier when I exercise.
Yes, exercise is, my goodness, it took me. So today, it's absolutely true, Kiran. So today, I walk pretty much every single day for minimum an hour. Maximum it could go to an hour and a half. And I realized that I'm exercising only for, my mind and to be healthy. It's not to lose weight. It's not I want to become thin. It's just that when I walk in the morning and come home, I'm just a better person.
So I guess that's why we're good friends, because we both love to walk.
Yes.
I love to walk as well, and like you, I also like to invest at least an hour and a half in walking.
That's
and that is my time. It helps me sort out stuff in my head.
Yes.
And I'm not a gym person. I have to walk outside. I have to see the trees,
the sea, and the
we are lucky.
sand,
But
yes.
even if I feel like I lived in a place which was landlocked, I still need the tree, the openness, the wind on my face. So for me, I could never gym.
Yes.
But being in nature just gives me so much
Yes.
positivity.
I guess that's the happy me after my walk. Is I'm not I can't work in a closed space. I need to be free. I need to feel the breeze. I need to kind of, I love the whole nature part of it as well.
So it's good
That's
mums
so
who can should gym, because I think it's wonderful. You're investing in yourself, you're exercising, which is mandatory. But my sense would be that spend that 15, 20, half an hour with nature as well. In
Yes.
addition to gymming and exercising for your fitness or whatever, interact with the greenery, because I think that really helps rejuvenate.
Yes, it kind of lights up your soul, you know, in terms. And this is also a time, like you mentioned, this is me time. I will not carry my phone. I do not listen to music. This is just me, my thoughts. And I think one of the things that has really worked for me is, you know, like when we spend time with people, we ask, so Kiran, did you enjoy spending time with me? I ask myself that, do I enjoy spending time with myself?
Being happy with yourself is what you're saying.
You know, like, invest.
Enjoying your own company,
like
being comfortable with the person you are. Yeah.
And if the answer is no, you're never going to be happy, neither is your child. But today I can say I love my company, and that happiness, of course, it flows out. And I think that's,
Really critical.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, as a parent, the other thing that, while everybody reads a lot of books when they're expecting babies, and I and my husband Joy decided that we were not going to read any baby books. So we've not read a single baby book. And what that means is also that there was no pressure on us. We had no idea what a good parent or a bad parent were. I mean, he had an idea what his parents were like, and I have an idea about what my parents were like. And we decided that we would find our own way of figuring out what parenting was, and we never read any book, and we've gone by instinct. And if I find an issue where I think I'm not able to handle it, what I prefer doing is reaching out to my girlfriends who are parents, or reaching out to even my male friends who are parents, and sort of seeking their advice. So I learn from other people's experiences.
Absolutely. That is something that even so many common things between us, Kiran. That's something that even I did, you know, like you won't believe it. Being a single mom, I think, right from the beginning, I bought a lot of books to read. ABC of parenting, NLP in parenting.
There's a Mr. Spock or something or Dr. Spock.
I think there
I've
are so
seen this in
many.
everybody's home.
Raising Happy Boys, and this book and that book. And I wish I could take you to the bookshelf, but they're still lying there, and I haven't opened and read even a single page. Right? I have still read books that help me to enhance on skill-based learning. But when it comes to emotional, when it comes to my equation between my child and me, it's very instinctive. It's I see what works best for me and my child, you know, like also another thing I have seen is no matter how many books you could have read, because I have friends that have probably read every book in the market. I have friends who watch a lot of things, again read a lot of things. And I've heard from them also, कि Romana, just because I've read something or I've seen something or I've heard something, it cannot be it. I still have to figure out what works for me and my child.
No, but I'm not foo-fooing the books. I think those books are wonderful.
Absolutely.
And I think it really puts you at a different level, knowing and understanding. But I think that I personally feel that you should learn from people around you. Create that support system where you can bounce off ideas, learn from each other, face your challenges, because we are all raising kids, and there is no way that our challenges are unique to us and our babies. We may feel that, but I personally feel that every fourth or fifth parent is probably going through the same issues that you are. And if you reach out to people and say, please, I'm in this situation, can you help? I think other mothers and dads would be delighted to
that's where
share their experiences.
Yeah, you know, I when I decided to move to Goa, and my parents are in Pune, and so here it's just my son and me, and everyone said, this is the choice you've chosen, this is the choice you've made, you want to be by yourself, you want to raise your child by yourself. And I felt I can never ask for help, because I have chosen to bring up my child on my own. And my goodness, how difficult that was, trying to do everything by yourself, till I realized that it's okay to reach out for help. It's okay to ask people, because you may pick up a book and read, but trust me, like they say, telling ain't training. You can read a lot of theory, but unless you implement it practically, I don't know if it even makes a difference. Like, I can tell you how to row a boat, but can you actually take the boat in the water and row it by yourself? Because there's a big difference in that. And books give you a lot of knowledge, but when it comes to working things out, I think it's very important to reach out, ask people, talk to people about
Create a
it.
support group for yourself.
And that's when I realized that I cannot do this on my own. I will be unhappy, my child will be unhappy. I never got me time because everything was about my child. I'm not reaching out to anyone, could you watch my child for an hour? I want to get that, because I thought I have to do everything. But the day I realized that, I'm sure the phrase that it takes a village to raise a child, you can't do it by yourself, is when I started reaching out for help. And today we are so happy, we are doing great.
True. And that doesn't apply just to single moms. It applies to, parents, irrespective whether it's a father or a mother. You need that support, you need that clarity, you need to discuss with somebody sometimes something that even if you know you're right, or even if you know you don't know how to do it, it's good to reach out and sort of
Absolutely. And that's where support happens, that's where bonding happens, that's where sometimes your child needs to talk to someone besides you.
Encourage your child also to have
like,
other adults who they can reach out to and confide.
Like there are certain things that my child would never tell me, but would come and tell you. And that's why the support is important.
True.
And do not isolate, reach out, ask for help, and trust me, it makes a huge difference in the way you are bringing up your child.
Yeah. The other thing that I find that really has started working for me is that I'm trying to encourage my children to integrate into the hobbies that I have, which is basically reading or traveling or walking, and I'm integrating into the hobbies that they have. For example, my kids are learning how to cycle. I bought myself a cycle and I'm cycling again. My kids wanted to skateboard and I didn't know how to teach them, so I went to YouTube and I learned how to skate, and I taught my kids how to skate, and now they have learned. And now they are teaching me. I'm a little scared to break my old bones, but I have to say I'm rising to the challenge and
Absolutely.
Practicing it, and so I'm picking up these hobbies that I otherwise never would have.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so true. All this while we have done things that make our children happy, and we kept wondering, when will I start doing things that make me happy? We take them here, we take them there. Like even today I tell Dabir, if we do go somewhere, you will be playing, and what will mama be doing? Sitting on the side and getting bored. And we have done that for the happiness of our children. But I've also realized that now we need to do things that even make us happy. Otherwise, I'm going to be sulking all day long. I'm going to be bored, and that boredom is going to, pour out to my child. And
Of course,
that's when you hear children are playing and suddenly they still come and tell me, Mama, I'm bored. I went for this awesome Sunday brunch with a couple of friends, and suddenly my son comes to me and says, Mama, I'm bored. And that's where I feel, that's where I've given it to him, that I'm bored. So I have figured out things that I love to do. I've asked my child to try it with me, and he's loved it. And so now I do things that he loves, he does things that I love, and we figure it out together, and we love doing whatever we do together now. So that makes a lot of difference.
I'd banned the word bored from my house. I said, there's nothing called bored. But now I've let the word come back, and I tell my kids, good, you're bored. Figure out what you're going to do with that time.
That's so
Be
true.
bored.
I keep telling my child it's good to be bored. I would do anything to feel bored. I want to be bored now.
So when they say I'm bored, I'm like, take out your drawing book and draw. I'm bored, play the piano or whatever else.
Yeah.
The other thing again that really works for me is having lots of girlfriends. and doing things with them, going on girly holidays, not feeling guilty about it. I think the biggest thing is not to feel guilty about it. If you're a working mother and you have to sort of juggle many apples with, taking your kids to play school or creches, going traveling, etc., don't feel guilty. Just try and balance things. Sometimes they will work, sometimes they won't.
Absolutely.
And my other advice is that I don't want to create like strife in a family where there are partners, but you have to demand things of your partner for sure, and ask them to step up and support you in your parenting journey, and you support them in their parenting journey. If you can wipe your baby's bum, your partner should be able to, and should. If you can
Contribute
prepare,
towards it,
if you're
yes.
preparing a feeding bottle, your partner should. If you want to go out with friends, your partner should be able to babysit your baby. And if you're traveling on work, your partner should be able to juggle his own or her own professional life to support you in the process.
Yeah, just like how we do, absolutely. And another thing is, now that school has started, I'm like, what do I do now that he's
With
not at
myself.
home? Suddenly I have so much of time to myself. And this is the time that you can use to recoup. This is the time that you can actually use to figure out a new hobby, learn something new,
Invest in yourself.
self-development. Yes, invest in yourself. Because it's not, my child, we leave, I think our kids leave for school at 9 o'clock. By the time they come home, it's 5 o'clock. Now from 9 to 5, if
Sounds
I
like
have
a full-time job. You have like 8
Exactly.
you can
And
go
if
back
I
to
have
work.
nothing to do, when my child comes back home so excited to see me, I'd be like, oh my god, I've had.
But
And that doesn't, so when you figure out what you can do, use this as your me time. You could use this to pursue a new course. You could use this to pursue a new skill. You could use this to start a new hobby. You could use this to
Or find
take
a new
this time,
career.
Find a new career.
like Romana, she's not a trained chef. She's a passion chef. She's it's all about passion, and she's converted that into a career for herself.
yeah.
She used to run a restaurant, and now she is running a
I'm
cloud
home
kitchen.
chef. Yeah, I cook from home and deliver now, so you've got to.
So you are
definitely-
employed. It's not that you're free, but I'm saying that you found a passion and a calling that you can sort of integrate with your life and how you want to raise your kid.
At the beginning of every year, like we have resolutions. I used to make a list. This year I'm going to learn knitting. Yeah. This year I'm going to learn this. This year I'm going to learn Photoshop. Or this year I'm going to learn this. And at the end of the year, there is still no tick mark next to it, right? So I consciously made an effort in 2021. We're going to be in 2022 soon. The year just flew by.
Ended.
And I actually had tick marks. I learned how to knit. I wanted to learn knitting. I learned how to knit. So I have a tick mark there. I found a way of how I can do short courses at home. So I did a course on Instagram. I did a course on Photoshop. I had that tick mark. One of the things that I really wanted to get back, which I did big time before I got married, was trekking. This year I started trekking as well with my son. And the best part is he loves it too. Initially I was like, will he like it? What if he says, Mama, I don't want to walk so much. I'm tired. Where will I drive back home? But the best thing is I gave it a shot. I didn't stop at the assumption and fear. I gave it a shot and he loved it. And we trek at least twice or thrice a month now. So I have taken this time that he's in school to do the things that will, like how kids are so happy to share things, what happened in their day when they come back. I'm equally happy to share what I have done to him. And that joy, my goodness, no one can compare to.
Gosh, I'm inspired. I'm enrolling for a course that I'm going to be passionate about. I just have to find it, and I think that's going to be my work for this week. I'm going to find something, and I'm going to enroll in
That's
a course.
awesome. I learned how to, like the social media for my food business. I do it all by myself. I create my own ads. I create my own creatives. So it's
And you
amazing.
run this YouTube channel.
We run the YouTube channel.
For
So
which
it's
we need more
amazing.
subscribers, more viewers, and more sharers. So please spread the love.
Absolutely. And I think one thing that before we end is please take each moment as it comes by. One day at a time. Don't like, you know, today my child is 8, what will happen when he's 18? Don't do that. Because
don't live in the future.
That
live
will,
now.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because
This moment is the most important one, and this is the only one that you can live and be happy about and feel. Once this moment is gone, you don't know what's in store.
and
next.
enjoy your child every moment. Enjoy your time in the moment, what you like to do, what your child likes to do, and just live each day as it comes.
Don't grudge the chores.
Don't.
Just
enjoy it.
Yeah. And do it with your
it.
child and with your partner, and you know, get everybody involved in helping fold the clothes, load the washing machine,
Involve them,
clean the
let them-
table. Of course, if you have full-time help, doesn't apply to you, but
Yeah.
for mums who are working, who don't have full-time
Absolutely.
help like us, that's how we sort of integrate everything.
And you know what, when we do that, our kids want to, like, I remember my clothes string that
Mm-hmm.
broke, right? So I got new string and I said, you know what, when Radha comes, we'll do it. He's saying, no, I want to help out in the house, mama. So I said,
Encourage.
okay, so go get the ladder, and he fixed that all by himself.
Yeah. A lot of time what happens is we say no to our children because we think it'll be a mess, it'll take so much time, it adds to my work. It happens to me very often. But then I take a deep breath, I control myself and say, why not, darling? Come on, let's do it together.
And I think we also guide our children, you know, okay, so you finished cooking. That day he made something for himself. He wanted to make a sandwich or something for himself. He made it. And I said, absolutely, go for it. But there's a big mess, right? Which I have to clean. But then I guide him and tell him, I said, you want to be a chef in the future? You have to learn to clean up after yourself.
You need a very clean station. Otherwise, cooking can be
Absolutely.
quite messy.
So
yeah.
then he's like, okay, mama, I'm going to clean it up. So it is take the opportunity of everything that you do with your child as a guidance to help him become a better human being as well. You know, so these are few things that, look at me smiling. I love I love the me time. I love the time that I spend with my child. I love the time that, you know, I love it all in general. It's all about the choices we make. It's all about the thoughts that we have, and just be happy.
But it's not been an easy journey. It takes effort. It's taken a while to get here. My kids are going to be 6. I think I'm a lot more content now than I was probably when they were 1, 2, or 3. And it's been a learning process
It's a journey.
to arrive at this point where I feel like I'm a happy mom.
Yes. Be conscious about your happiness. Be mindful about how you're dealing with yourself and your child, and trust me, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
And investing in yourself, and going out with your friends, making your kids do stuff, that's not selfish.
Right.
Makes you happy,
Exactly.
where you feel
Absolutely.
comfortable in, just go with the flow.
Very important.
Enjoy life, chill Mari, and have some wine every now and
Fenny.
then. A penny for us. Thank you so much for watching.
Yes. Just be happy. Happiness. So, yes, do like, subscribe, and share. If you have any questions that you'd like to ask us, that you'd want us to address, we'd be most glad to do that for you. And keep watching. And thank you
And
so
be happy
much.
and stay happy.
Be happy, stay happy. Happy moms, happy kids.
Thank
Have a
you.
wonderful
Bye-bye.
week ahead, and bye.